The United Nations Sustainable Development Goal 13 urges all nations to take urgent action to combat climate change and its impacts. In Ghana, impact of climate change is much more present in northern sector of the country where the poorest live. The effect of climate change on the livelihoods of the people, most of whom subsistence farmers making do with erratic rainfall pattern, has rendered them even poorer. In spite of successive government and non-government actors' efforts at addressing the predicament, a lot more need to be done. To complement these efforts, Oxfam in Ghana has initiated a project called Climate Resilient Agriculture and Food Systems, Crafs. The overall aim of the project is to contribute to the fight against poverty and the negative effects of climate change by enhancing the livelihood security and capacity for community-based adaptation measures for the most vulnerable in northern Ghana.
The focus of the Crafts project is to sensitize communities, to draw attention to the effects of climate change and variability at the local level, and to learn with them and see what adaptive mechanisms they are using themselves, and also share what practices have worked in other locations.
The project is implemented in 20 communities across 4 districts located in the 3 northern regions of Ghana through active local partner non-governmental organizations. The partners are Nandridep and Pronet in Nadoli and Nandom districts, respectively, in the Upper West region. The rest are Pasgaru in the Garu Timpani district of the Upper East region and Parid in the East Mampusri district of the northern region, whilst collaborating with the relevant state actors like the Ministry of Food and Agriculture, among others.
Our work covers water and sanitation, education, especially for girls, women's empowerment, food security, and more recently, climate adaptation. And that is the reason why we are an active partner with Oxfam on the Government Resilient Agriculture and Food Systems project that we usually refer to as Crafts project.
The mission of the Agri Station is to promote equitable food and income security. So the objectives of Crafts ties in very well with our own mandate to deliver to the people.
We mobilize resources to support communities because government alone cannot do it. And so that is how we came into partnership with Oxfam, because Oxfam also works for the vulnerable people.
The main reason for the introduction of this project into the Nandam district was the fact that climate change ramifications were too obvious that beneficiaries within these communities were actually suffering. And for that matter, the Crafts project was introduced to help fight against climate change within the Nandam district.
A total of 4,500 households from poor and vulnerable communities directly benefited from the awareness raising and climate adaptive livelihood activities supported by the project, with 70% of the beneficiaries being women.
Some intervention areas that were introduced by this project include the participatory capacity vulnerability analysis of the various communities, where communities' problems needs assessment was done. We also identified the various disasters that exist within the communities and then the timelines that these disasters occur. Then we try to see what are the resources that the people are having and can possibly address some of these issues.
The Oxfam's approach to community-based climate change adaptation and risk reduction initiative in the north of Ghana provides practical insights on building adaptive capacity and resilience for women small-scale producers in a changing climate. Significant to the approach is building on and securing the natural resource base upon which people's livelihoods depend, and is done within the broader framework of women economic empowerment in agriculture.
And so for Crafts, It is a multi-stakeholder intervention. So we work with the District Assembly, we work with the Department of Agriculture, we also work with the Ghana Education Service.
An important source of income and coping mechanism for the beneficiaries is beekeeping. The beehives are not just for beekeeping and sources of income, but also for curbing bush burning, which has been a menace to farming, the main source of the people's livelihoods.
In terms of the beekeeping, there used not to be any structured way. I mean, it was not really seen as a form of business, and very few people were into it, and those who were even into it were mainly men.
I am climate, and the changes in me have been caused by human activities. Human activities have caused me to change in different ways. I lose my strength when human beings burn bushes. I lose my strength when human...
To directly address the negative effects of climate change, the project also engaged the youth by forming what it termed climate-smart clubs in basic and senior high schools across its catchment areas.
If you go to the public and you want to educate your younger ones, some of the courses that you will want to introduce to your younger ones so that they could be cautious of them. What are they? Yes.
Cutting down of trees.
Cutting down of trees, yes.
Bush burning.
Bush burning.
Another cause of climate change is the bad farming practices of farmers. That is, some people farm near water bodies, and during fertilizer application, so when the rain falls, you see that some of the chemicals are washed into these river bodies and affecting plant life and as a whole the climate as well.
Climate Smart Club.
Protecting our environment.
Climate Smart Club.
Our environment, our heritage.
As part of our activities, we do tell our colleague students on the effect of cutting down trees, especially if you move to the guest hostel, you see that the place is very bare, the land is very bare. They have cut down a lot of trees, which when it is Harmattan season, we are not always having it easy over there.
As a club, we have a lot of activities that we have designed as part of the background proposal that was given, among which we have tree planting as one, we have public education as two, we also have what we call quizzes competition, we also do poetry recital competitions, and these poems are developed around climate change issues, so that in the various communities, when these poems are recited, people get a signal that climate change is actually real. Apart from this, they also go to radio to do public education. We have community forums where we go around to sensitize the community people about the impact of climate change.
When you go out, what will you do to prevent climate change? When we go out, we should avoid bush burning. When we go out, we should avoid cutting down of trees.
We teach our colleagues not to burn bush, because if they burn bush, we will not get grass to roof our rooms.
Not long ago, we participated in a program organized by some students from the University of Legon, at Environmental Studies Department. We were 8 groups. So at the end of the competition, we were first with about 77 points. We learned that if the cutting down of trees is not stopped, then it means that rainfall is reduced, which we are experiencing here. We can actually see that the dry season is prolonged in this part of the country, especially here. So that was one of the effects that we could clearly see, and then we could also see that the land, the fertility of the land too was reduced, and then crop production too, and then this is reduced greatly, and then it affects our parents economically. Some of us are not able to do well in school because they are not able to take care of us and buying some of the things we need due to poor yield of the crops at the house.
Village Savings and Loans Associations, or VSLAs, were also formed to serve as a source of loans for the people whom otherwise would not have been able to have access to any bank, so as to engage in or enhance their income-generating activities, and it has indeed been beneficial to them and their families.
I'm part of a VSLA group called Tiakandi. Initially, before the start of this project, I used to build pito, and when I build a pito, any money that comes, I spend it. I don't think of saving anything for any future use. Later, when the project came and they supported us with a VSLA box, my friends first joined. Later on, I saw that it was important that I also join. I joined, and whenever I build my pito and I get any interest out of it, I bring part of it to save in the VSLA box. And I have been able to save until about last 2 weeks when we did the share out. We did the share out. I used that money to invest in my business of pito brewing that I've been doing, and it has been of much help to me. I can't see well, but when I saw that they brought this VSLA concept to our community, I was happy, and so I decided to join, such that I will not be spending the little monies I get by hand. So I started contributing to the box. Anytime they are sitting, I get something to come and contribute. When they were picking loans, I also decided to pick a loan to start something, but what I used to start, I couldn't take to the end. I couldn't get any profit from it, but I tried my best and paid back the loan. When they shared out the monies, I didn't have anything to sleep on, so I decided to use my money to buy a mat where I can lay my head. Apart from that, I've been weaving these locally made doors, which I sell and I bring the proceeds to mark the box every week. The help this project has been to me is that at first, when my child comes for school fees, I have to go out to borrow money from somebody. But now when my child comes for school fees, at least I can also dip my hand in my pocket and find money for him.
Tunda be tunga ka adaka biso da na be tunga ma tradir wahala pam manda dir wahala shiama nda yidira imu makanchang ke so dun bola afunu kantarma ama popo adaka bisma o kenan ke tin nyaka amfani da madra muksma pam yungu mbi ala fiya kanchana pa ba ka ba yisila ba dolo ashutune kanchana ka ba yisila afantama kanchana do ashutuna mo nyaka amfani shianla zugun pusur pare dumma.
Women here don't have livestock, so the project introduced livestock to them, and some of them, their livestock are farrowed, and that is what they use to cater for their school children, support the family, to feed, and other things. Others were taught how to make soap. In fact, different types of soap. We have liquid soap, we have all types of diversified soap. Women are now doing it. They are manufacturing this in the villages and selling. Some are doing donuts for their community members. Some even sell in Garu. So the project has made alive a lot of people that would otherwise be dead.
They gave me 2 goats, and that 2 goats grew up to 7. They came, and then I gave them 2 to pass it on to another farmer. The remaining 5, I sold 1 to buy fertilizer for my maize farm. The remaining 4 also delivered and grew up to 10. So currently I have 10 goats, and I'm very glad and happy to thank the project team for what they have done for me.
We were giving goats 2 each. I brought my own. It is about 1.5 years now. They have littered. I have a total of 6 goats now. I'm hopeful that when Nadede finally takes out the 2, pass on, the remaining ones that will be left, I can sell them to be able to take care of my children that are going to school. I'm at peace with myself, and I'm also using the droppings from these goats for my farm, and my crop yield has not been bad.
Langerne buffalo ne kibuna mal wusa kada kana ka ba ganga te te kenge zamsto ba mala mandol kenga mangang buffalo la ka ba zamste dabai man yi ni na kullala wena am songol mene nyanga dol se mal kariye man ni yer biye la kana kamyeta tese na korme songor men yel banglo pogon mpamre ne mer maneka ka daram zet ka seme ya pamene nyangre nyeta ni biye le nyangre me kure kawena pamer zod biela de serem tarmna anzi la mole bi sawai kam ya sayi bem tu le wane tobi ne tu ayo bi da ne ya sala te fa go se to mala la asom zam se kan ka me zam se ka te me pa me me mukur ka do de suela nte se le tabra azin ka po motom kan ane wala la tiri ki ka fa go ngene ki la ba me ken kuose ken nem ze ka ken nem ane ka kara zenre de te mpoliera fo me ngere si la fo motarmna fo ngela re si monna fo tamna mon para sel ka fo mon wa ka gmer ko de ka som te so tom kan ken la mten se le lo on so ngote pa le mon yor nda ane pa.
I was a farmer who didn't have any work apart from my farming activity. This project came and they trained me how to make the soap. And the soap is all year round. Whatever I get, it supports my family. I'm a widow and I have 4 children. Before the project came, I didn't have anything to take care of my children. So I have to let 2 of them to go to Kumasi. But now this thing has come and I have to now call them to come and support, because it is a work that I can generate money to support the whole family. This project that we have embarked on, every 3 days is Garu market. I can make up to 150 Ghana cedis. So I want to thank the Presby Agri Station for bringing me this opportunity, and that is helping my family.
I learned how to make this ointment. I used to sit down and there was a lot of troubles for me, like taking care of the family. But since I learned how to do it, I'm able to sell and get interest on it, which I used to buy my children's school uniform and also to take care of their feeding and other stuff in the house.
We have also been able to introduce drought-tolerant varieties, maize, and even granules that was extinct. This project has brought back granules, and farmers are very happy about it.
It is obvious that the number of farmers that we have within the Nandam district are more than the extension workers that are there. So these people are trained from the demo field. They replicate those knowledge in their fields and also teach other people how to use these improved technologies that we introduce to them at the field level.
Before the training, whenever we cultivate our groundnuts per an acre, we used to harvest like 2 bags. But after the training, we harvest up to 5 bags. That's per an acre with groundnuts. But the sorghum, before the training, we harvest 3 bags per an acre. But what they taught us and we implemented in our farms, now we harvest up to 7 or 8 bags per an acre. Now, because we get bumper harvest, we are able to enlarge our farms by using the tractor and then also taking labor to help us in our farm activities. And the surplus we sell, and that's why we used to pay our children's school fees and renew their health insurance.
You ma ta do na ka morka wen boda na temba mbodia menye ya mesungum taba kalken ni piga yela den lempesa yi anayale dam saka ba kena me temba dam sa sungum pa lwen bo sisiem fo ya len dole sisiem ya ken wale ko mari palo fo ya modu buntu gra bi da len siakete fo ya pie na sa le me po sobo to timpo sere ya barka ne usa fa sungre bo ben len ka sungre sung kan wale le game ni pa timpo sere ya barka ne so ti bandar yete but suma la pa si mona bara le pa yuma ayubo na mona ba pompelen but suma ti banda mo suma na kam paso gos tena mara but suma la nye ne sunga din len kena le ayam pal ka zamsa ni na ana kawena la te dai te di se gbe se te bugul met digin kawena la guna ni ama na na te belen gbe digin la te yon se bugul mane ka bodo kawena me bot yemba ti na zam yam pal kana ka te zang ane na te na yon se bugul ma ka digin da te ya digala la saya ni le kolen uruga li te ka kawena la do ane sunga ti te pos ba barka ne bambi te yam kangala.
Activities by the project to help the people cope with the negative effects of climate change and to ensure all year-round food security include training the beneficiaries on efficient energy-saving stove, tree nursing, and promotion of dry season farming.
They have supported us with a lot of things, including this onion seed that they have given to us. It enables us to be able to engage ourselves during the dry season, for us to also make some money and support our children to go to school. There are some people in the community who are doing trading. Not all of us know how to do trading, but for the dry season garden, we know how to do it. And we don't know how we're even going to thank Presby Agri Station for all the support that they have given to us, including even the livestock that they have given to us.
Before the start of the Crafts project, we were already into dry season gardening, I and my husband. Most of the times when we buy fertilizer and come and apply, we end up burning the things and we end up spending so much on our garden, and at the end of the day, we don't get anything. But since the start of the project, ProNet have come to help us, taught us how to nurse the seedlings. They brought us seedlings of lettuce and of onions. They taught us how to nurse those seedlings and how to transplant them. They also taught us how to make manure. And it was that manure that we made and applied on our tomato seedlings. And we were able to harvest a lot from the tomatoes. Now we have transplanted our lettuce. And last week we just harvested a little. And we had about 30 CDs out of that. And we think that all what they have taught us has been of much help to us. They also taught us how to do what they call manure tea. And when we apply on it, it doesn't destroy our crops. We don't buy fertilizer anymore to apply onto our gardens. And the project has been of immense help to us. And so we pray that they continue to help us in that regard.
So tell the video man to yin can ban tuan about Duanda Sima Karibi. Nyan Canada, yes, or Mokuma. Can the Bataga living Anzila Kanamanga. Chenya Wulunga Katona Yile Yakurama, Anmandia Kai, Somo Yakuma.
We decided that the vegetation cover was so low, and then as part of enhancing the vegetative cover and also ensuring that women do not depend solely on the natural vegetation that is in existence, we decided to introduce the one man, one tree concept, where you cut a tree, then you plant three. And for that matter, every individual is entitled to plant a tree a year.
Meeting poor, I told you was it. I want a baby, and as soon as I bet permit potty.
I let the retina sell our son tenor. Tenatona of one cell, I know a barn, met my boudou could be today. Tanton of one cell, I but I met my child that a day. Take quarter now minute. To dinner minute quarter at one low at the Dowley Susu. I could not but to try the honor to wear a poor as soon.
Most of our households depend on the wood from the forest. they cut the trees and use as fuel wood. And so this improved stove is intended to, make maximum use of heat. And so we believe that less and less fuel wood will now be used by households, and thereby would reduce the rate of the cutting of trees in the forest.
To da paro atan ama e ko san da gama yin nan nzan du kon to papa ma ki pon du bon jidu da man kanyo se tanda ma da an ma tre san da wa mun ne amma ka bugum ko jiren ginna da babira ka yam nan ginna da yam nan ginna anda ta wahala kamar nyusu
o kon kenga no zigi kai no yora kai kana rigin ka fara ko ombor sun kana andam sana apiarele.
We have also been having radio discussions where we sensitize people on post-harvest losses management. We also teach people how to do applications of fertilizer. We also teach people how to prevent their bushes from being burned. We introduce to them some of the improved agronomic practices that they can do to increase their crop yield within their various families. Besides this, we also have what we call the gender model family, that we try to see to it that couples are able to cohabitate. And then we know that when there is unity among couples, then the family is relatively peaceful. Once it's peaceful, then they are able to go about their normal daily activities with ease.
Also, when any domain will our eater, or me pay sawa, a yiti chor gadi, a chain eat darwane, or me dance here. Or me son be a coon. So there's so network counts that man out with the sonena. Cherry, what the sonen dada, a chet in our chen and beating now, a song of a banana gown. O son any pa.
A training on our what you a training. Jemingana no by me jaga, a poor pelen jaga. Because a first time, insisted the betters in a dion. Ziemit a sour, in new. So as you are so many of you and Torakan, the pens and a big and the balometric piamena. So I'm a vena young intertier. Well, I walk with our baffina in poor Miss Sauna. I chap on at no china training no end there. Kumazi, instead of a child young. Well, you dad me you done it then, Ella by says, Ubendion. Two so may yell champili, abi yelle. And first time I bet a training. Biblia bow yell becabo young. I chap on pananga. O mingametona soon, so I be a quan. A champion about my you dress with school general, or met on a bag of beer as soon, in school, at a lele tone, a Tommy Amena. So in poor Pelene Yaga, near a training out in a gentle day, a 1 year. A venom mammy, I may change now, or zeal. Bonus or me, as a important. So like I don't know, as a insumi either. A child not as I know, change dead training in there at a pub no manner if you are a come.
I can't not at a long time.
Before this model gender training, I used to be outside. I don't come to the house often to assist my wife. But when we had this training, most often I'm always found in the house helping my wife, cooking. Sometimes I go to the farm, bring firewood. I even help bath the children. And since then, I have never had any quarrel with my wife.
The implementation of the Crafs project by Oxfam in Ghana and its partners, like many other poverty alleviating initiatives, has not been without challenges.
In terms of challenges, we've not had too many challenges, but a key one is that we suffered recently was following the elections in 2016. There has been a change in the administration. So the head of the administration, the district chief executive, the district coordinating director, new people came in. And so it took us a while to brief the new crop about what is going on.
We have done all these processes with the community. They have sent their grievances through their community action plans. They have promised them. They have been kept. Some of these issues have been captured in the medium-term development plans, but it's like they are still waiting. So how long can they wait?
Sometimes in the dry season, community members are busy with other funerals and other social gatherings. That also slow down implementation. And of course, we wish that we could carry this in many more communities, but the funding was limited.
The methodologies we are adapting are not completely foreign. They are not methodologies that have been imposed on the people. These are strategies that have been discussed. We have strengthened some good practices in the community, as well as introduced technology that come from similar communities. And so that community to community exchange and familiarity with some of the technology is what gives us all comfort that the future of crafts, the sustainability is very, very high.
The collaboration, they don't do anything without us. So we have also now come out to whatever activity, especially the climate change issues. We are collaborating with them. We are taking it to the medium-term development planning. So if they fade out, but it will be part of our activities for the medium-term development plan.
So our capacity has been built. I think that we are very happy. And even though the program is ending, we will continue as a station. We will continue to promote adaptation in communities. We will continue to promote drought-tolerant varieties, and we will continue to work hard so that people will get enough to eat and to be better.
We believe that even if we are not there, but sustainability of many of the activities, for instance, the school class, that the EPA people are ready to adapt. ASA people are also ready to adapt. We have what we call the climate change platform in Nandom. They are also trying to adapt some of these concepts, for instance, the non-burning of bushes and those things. So we believe strongly that even if Crafs should face off, but these interventions that it has left behind will continue to exist in the communities.
A lot of the bee farming, the beekeeping, the hives, these are things that will live beyond the project period. And we are very, very hopeful that these will be very, very good sustainability issues. And I'm happy to announce that the District Assembly has actually adapted the beekeeping model and have packaged a proposal to try and source funding. And we are doing that as well with the UNDP climate facilities.
Implementation of the Climate Resilient Agriculture and Food Systems project by Oxfam in Ghana and its partners has indeed contributed to the fight against poverty and the negative effects of climate change. The people's livelihood security and capacity of community-based adaptation measures for the most vulnerable in the 3 northern regions of Ghana have indeed been enhanced.
The project has introduced a lot of things, giving livestock to women, training some women on how to make compost, giving seeds to women, and a lot of things that they have provided in this community. It has helped the community. For those who do farm and they don't get, now with the use of the compost, you use 1 acre and then you can get up to 20 bags of maize. And a lot of women now have their own animals, they have money, and they know how to do their businesses. And it has brought a lot of enlightenment to this community. I'm very grateful to what Oxfam has done for us.